Albion College's homecoming weekend got off to a festive start September 23rd with the Athletic Hall of Fame banquet and induction ceremony at Baldwin Hall. It was a special reunion for the MIAA champion men's cross-country teams from 1951 to 55 and 1957. Before the dinner, members of those teams staged a ceremonial run from Victory Park to Sprankle-Sprandel Stadium, recreating how meets finished at halftime of the football games during their era. The 1999 and 2000 MIAA champion women's golf squads were also enshrined. Melissa Hall-Palmer of the class of 2001 turned in the league's second lowest scoring average in the championship seasons, and she was one of 11 individuals gaining induction into the Athletic Hall of Fame.
I'm with Melissa Palmer from the class of 2001, and Melissa, tonight an individual induction, plus you get to see your teammates. How special is that to reunite with all your teammates?
It's an honor to get both awards and to see everybody after 10 years, and you know, I wouldn't have been able to do it without the teammates, and it's great to see everyone.
So Melissa, back in your day, it was you and Stacy Chapman and Katie Pritchard. It wasn't just you, even though you're gaining the individual induction tonight. So how does it feel getting that individual induction in front of some of those great teammates?
Part of me wishes that they could be up there to receive it with me. I'll have to let them know that I couldn't have done it without them, because it really was a team sport with their scores and mine combined. I couldn't have done it without them. And hopefully they'll be able to share some of what I'm experiencing from the individual induction. They'll be able to share that with me along with our team induction.
First-year athletic director Matt Arend addressed the audience, thanking the inductees for the tradition of excellence they established in the athletic arena and in their careers.
With this tradition comes expectation. The expectation that Albion Athletics continues to produce student athletes that excel athletically, academically, and socially.
President Donna Randall provided an update on the upgrades that took place this summer. An artificial turf on the football field and a new running surface on the Isaac track were installed.
As we were planning these upgrades, a group of our alumni, athletes, and former coaches came forward, looking for an appropriate way to honor Coach Pete Schmidt, who led Albion to 9 MIAA championships and the 1994 Football National Championship.
Prior to the homecoming football game against the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point on Saturday, family members representing former Britain coaches Pete Schmidt and Morley Frazier gathered for the dedication of Schmidt-Frazier Field. Schmidt's former players who led the fundraising effort for the project, Kyle Klein, Paul Elder, Scott Merchant, and Hank Weinman, served as honorary captains at the pregame coin toss. Longtime coach Mike Turner of the class of 1969, who presented the individuals and teams inducted into the Athletic Hall of Fame, reminded the audience about the difficult task the selection committee faces each year.
Each year, this group of individuals has the task of narrowing the list of deserving nominees to a select group of outstanding candidates to be inducted into the Albion College Hall of Fame.
Individual inductions began with Brad Brown from the class of 1996, a four-year letter winner in football and baseball who was unable to attend the dinner due to his commitment as coach of the football team at Flushing High School. Jim Davis from the class of 1995, who achieved distinction as the MIAA's most valuable defensive player in 1994, also was one of the first inductees of the evening. Dave Agnetuck from the class of 1971 gained his second individual induction into the Hall of Fame. Agnetuck, who was inducted for his athletic achievements in 2002, was honored on this night for his contributions as the longtime coach of the football and men's track and field programs.
I'm with Dave Ignatuk from the class of 1971. And Coach, this is your second Athletic Hall of Fame induction. You were inducted as an individual for your accomplishments as an athlete. Now tonight as a coach, and how much different is there as a coach, because you depend on your athletes a little bit, I would think.
Well, it is different, Bobby, but you know, as an athlete, you're also dependent on your, you know, as an offensive running back, you're depending on your offensive linemen and your teammates and stuff. So it's similar, but you know, it's during a 4-year period and during a 36 year period as a coach. So it is different, and you know, it brings back a lot of fond memories and that kind of thing with you know, a lot of my former athletes coming this weekend, etc. So it'll be a fun weekend.
Individual inductions continued with Ron Face from the class of 1990 and Keith King from the class of 1987. Face, an honorable mention All-American in the 1 and 3 meter diving events, still holds the school records. King was the men's tennis team's #1 singles player his sophomore, junior, and senior years, and he advanced to play in the NCAA championships his junior year. King was a 3-time All-MIAA and Team MVP selection.
I'm here with Keith King from the class of 1987 as we get ready for the Athletic Hall of Fame induction ceremony inside Baldwin Hall. Keith was an All-MIAA performer in men's tennis during his time at Albion. And Keith, back in tennis, Kalamazoo College is usually one of the top teams in the MIAA, but you were able to overcome the Hornets. Back in those days, what are your memories from tennis?
Well, we have a lot of memories, but yes, you're right, Kalamazoo was always in the top of the MIAA, but we were always fighting them hard. But the memories I take back with me are driving through snowstorms to practice tennis in the middle of the winter and getting ready for the season. And it's just wonderful to be here because to see the wonderful tennis courts that are here, the indoor facility, everything that's been renovated, makes me want to come back.
Following King's induction came Todd Morris from the class of 1995, who starred in football and baseball. Morris shared the MIAA's Most Valuable Offensive Player Award with 2009 Hall of Fame inductee Jeff Robinson in 1994, and he slugged 5 doubles to help the baseball team to a league-best 14-4 record in 1995. Tony Pokorzinski dominated league rivals in the shot put, winning league championships from 1983 to 1985. He saved his best for the 1985 meet, popping a throw of 51 feet, 2 3/4 inches. And here is Coach Turner introducing Eric Scollin from the class of 1994. Eric starred in swimming.
At the time of his graduation from Albion, he also held records in the 200 backstroke and in 5 relay events.
Mark Smith from the class of 1991 was the final individual inducted on this evening. Mark holds the distinction of throwing the only perfect game in the history of the MIAA, as well as a pair of no-hitters.
Life's only a small part of the Albion experience. It may have brought us to campus, but it was the people that touched our lives, made the memories, and are now lifelong friends. Reminiscing with these friends is what I look forward to most when I return to campus.
We hope you enjoyed this look back at the Athletic Hall of Fame induction dinner and the dedication of Schmidt Fraser Field. Follow the Britons at albion.edu/sports or on Twitter, twitter.com/GoBrits.